I was expecting Baylor to win just because that's what Baylor does. Baylor wins a lot, and it's not because of anything other than that's just who Baylor is. And, he's very easy to work with. He works really hard. He's pretty low maintenance compared to some of the people that we've coached over the years because he just wants to win, and he's unafraid to race anything, any event we put him in. I mean, he's not very fond. Never put him in the mile, and we've only put him in the 1,000 a couple of times, and he wasn't a big fan of that. He did a great job for us when he did it. He's just a very adaptable person, and he loves winning and hates to lose. I mean, with Sanchez, to tell you the truth, we were all just sitting as a staff wondering how did that just happen? Because Sanchez, he spends a lot of time in our breaststroke group, and his breaststroke split was 27-9, and that's something that we have been working on quite a bit. But I am a lot with Baylor is a lot of stroke changing. We do all 4 strokes every day. Of course, Baylor's a great kicker and he's exceptional underwaters. I mean, we didn't teach him that. He came to us with that. And he's one of those guys that he's always beating every guy in practice on underwaters. Whenever we're in the middle of sets, he's coming up further than anybody else on almost anything. And so that's just one of the reasons that makes him so good. Sanchez historically has done more IM in the last couple of years, but this year he probably did IM set maybe once a week. And so I think Sanchez is one of those excitable kids. You get him in the right situation and all of a sudden he's just like electric. And so that was for sure electric tonight. We had so much fun watching him do that because for one, it was pretty unexpected. I mean, granted, he is a good IMer, so it's not like he's never done it before. He scored at SECs before, but to get up and get second, and granted, the breaststroke split was great, going 27, that put him in the hunt. But the freestyle leg, to go 25 for him in a 50 free and hold off some of the other really good IMers in that heat was was a gift. And we just wrapped our arms around it and said, we loved it. I mean, it was fun seeing him. I think part of it is we were able to recruit some really good IMers. Granted, yes, we've had several in the last couple of years. I mean, Shane Costas was here. He's a different breed. I mean, he's just really one of the best swimmers that I've ever been around. Well, he is the best swimmer I've ever been around. And in Baylor, and so I think they bring some people with them, and we've had obviously some really good success at the SECs and IMs. Those are the events that have carried us a lot of years. And the NCAAs, of course, that's a whole different ballgame because everything there is just so fast, and you just kind of make sure to minimize your mistakes and maximize your strengths. I think every coach that's been in this game long enough has something like that comes along, and every piece of advice I've ever gotten from any of my bosses is go coach your team. And so that's what we've kind of focused on. There were some things that we needed to work out and make sure that things happened correctly. So there was that. But we just pretty much stayed focused on task of, this is our program. We're going to work for Texas A&M the best and the hardest we can. And it's just, we took the advice of go coach your team, literally. We coached our team. We invest in diving. And that's been something we have one of the best facilities in the NCAA. Our pool is great. Our drawing training room, I think, is the best in the country. I don't know of another team that has it. Set up the way that Coach LaRue set it up like that. So we have great facilities, and we've invested in diving in the past, and we're going to continue to do it because they bring so much value to our team, particularly at an SEC championship meet and at NCAAs. I mean, they're vital to everything that we do. We've done some different stuff in training that we've never done. A lot of that is, Jason Kalanog he comes up, he talks to a lot of people. He comes up with some crazy ideas. But I mean, I trust him. And Mike Walker here on our staff as well. I trust who they are as people and what their motivations are. And so whenever Jason comes up with something crazy, I just say, okay, let's figure it out and get her done.